Okay, so many of you have foam rollers at home, or you definitely have access to rollers at the gym. So I just want to show you a couple of quick places you might want to emphasize when using a roller. So the first one is the calf, okay? The calf, you want to work from the Achilles tendon all the way up to the back of the knee. Two options here, guys. You can use just one leg, okay? And that's just gonna, it's not gonna be a great deal of pressure, so a lot of people don't really feel that too much, okay? So you might want to place the other leg on top. Use your arms just to roll yourself along here, okay? And again, what we can do is we can turn the foot around side to side, so we can kind of target different parts. So we can target the inside of the calf here, the gastroc, or we can go outside here along the perineals, along the outside of the calf here, okay? So make sure that we're covering the whole of the calf by changing the foot angle, okay? So that's the number one, is the calf, okay? So second of all, guys, we're gonna look at the ITB, the iliotibial band, which sits on the outside of the thigh, okay? And it runs from the hip all the way down to the outside of the knee, and it's just it's a fascia that holds different muscle groups together, but can get super tight, especially if you're running a lot or doing a lot of impact work. So to do this, guys, you're gonna lie on your side, start with the roller at the hip, and again, we can do two options. We can keep the upper leg off, or we can keep that upper leg on to add more downward pressure and to make it a little bit harder, okay? So we're just gonna roll all the way down from the hip to the knee, and we're gonna stop at any point where we feel like we're a bit tight, and we're just gonna start, stay on that point and roll back and forward over that point, okay? So the ITB, guys, you get really, really tight. That's a really, really good one to focus on. Okay, now number three, we're gonna look at the inside of the leg and the vastus medialis, which is a muscle here, okay, on the thigh. This can get quite tight. So the roller wants to be at 90 degrees, and we're just gonna roll along the inside here, okay? Now, if we want, we can also straighten and bend the leg. We can hold a point and just straighten and bend the leg just to emphasize, again, a certain point that might feel quite tight, okay? But they're the inside, guys, of the thigh, the adductor, and the vastus medialis. That's a really, really good place to focus your foam rolling. Okay, so now we'll move on to the upper body. We're gonna do the upper back, okay? This is an area which can get really tight, especially if we're at a desk all day, okay? Sat down at a desk. So hands behind the head, pull the elbows together, and we're just gonna roll from the middle of the back up towards the upper traps, okay? Just all the way through this area here, okay? So we've got the mid back and the rhomboids and the lower traps, and then we go into the upper traps as well, okay? All of that, just roll through that whole area, okay? And the next thing you can do is just place the roller down, keep your hips on the floor, and we can go into some thoracic extensions, okay? So here, we're just trying to create movement through that upper back by extending, okay? So the roller stays still, hips on the floor, and we're just gonna slowly extend and then come back up to neutral. Slowly extend, come back to neutral, okay? Just to create some movement in that part of the back that gets super locked up and tight. Again, if we're sat down a lot. Now, lastly, we'll look at the lats, okay? This is one that's often neglected, but this is one that is often super sore for people, okay? So the lats run all the way from the upper back, I'd say the upper back up here, all the way down the side of the back and feeds into the lower back. So it's a very, very large muscle, but really the focus should be this top part here where we really get quite tight and quite locked up. So what we're gonna do is lie on your side, keep your arms straight and turn your thumb up, and we're just gonna roll this top part here, guys, all the way here, okay, right up into the armpit. Trying to keep this arm straight and not let it come down here. We want to keep it pointing straight ahead of us, okay? And we'll just get into there, and you might find that that's quite sore, okay? So there you have it, okay? Lots of us have foam rollers, okay? So there's some key areas you can focus on. So you've got the calf, the ITB, the inside of the thigh, the upper back, the thoracic extensions, and then also into the lats.